Okay, I'm not gonna use names. I'm not gonna use none of that. Like, I'm just going to make up names and just follow along, because I feel like this needs to be said, because so many of y'all have so many rumors on why I broke up with him. Like, y'all coming up with off the wall stuff like I'm gay, I left him for a girl. Like, come on now. Like, everybody know Ayla's strictly giggly. Like, come on now, don't play me. Don't play me for real. Anyways, let me get down to it. And this is the last time I'm really going to speak about this. I'm going to say anything about this. But I felt like it should be addressed, because a lot of people really don't know. And a lot of people are like, y'all going to get back together. Y'all going to get back together. Like, basically just, I don't know, like trying to create this scenario for us. It's just not going to happen. So, I told y'all, like, it was a bunch of stuff going back and forth anyway. He was trying to trust me. But you know, without trust, you can't have a relationship. So, anyways, it was just one night, you know, I had a friend. Well, she's my bestie now. But I had a friend. She was my friend at the time. And I'm going to call her Sylvia. She gonna be so mad at me. Like, anyway, I'm going to call her Sylvia. So, Sylvia, you know, her brother died like a year ago, and they were having a balloon release party for him. So her family was going to be coming in on that Friday, and I was going to come over that Saturday for the balloon release, because I felt like, you know, I'm new, like, to hanging around her and stuff like that. I don't want her family to be like, you know, who is this? She didn't know him. All this type of stuff. So, you know, I was like, I'll just come over Saturday, Sylvia. Like, this is gonna make me laugh every single time I say it. I'm gonna just come over Saturday, Sylvia. Like, and she's like, okay. So Friday, I remember I was getting my hair done and stuff. And Sylvia lives right here. Then there's a highway or a street or something, like a main road. And then Trayvon lived over here. So, I was in the middle of getting my hair done, and Sylvia's like, you know, I want to see you today. Her little sister's like, I want to see you today too. So I'm like, okay, so, you know, I guess I'll go over there. So I text, you know, Trayvon, and I'm like, okay, I know I'm staying the night with you tonight, but I'm going to go here, you know, and be a, you know, support system. And I was like, you know, when her family comes, I'm going to leave. Like, you can walk and meet me, because he could literally walk here and meet me, and we could walk back together. Like, it wasn't far at all. He's like, okay, you know, he's at the gym playing basketball and stuff, not really worried about it. He's like, okay. I had a call coming in. So I get over there, and, I'm like, you know, we're hanging out and stuff like that. You know, it's fun and stuff like that. And then it gets towards nighttime, and her family comes, and it's like a lot of people, including niggas, females, all that, women, kids. I'm like, okay, you know, it might be time for me to leave now, because I already know how Trayvon is. So I'm like, you know, I call his sister, and I'm like, y'all can walk over here and meet me now, because her family's here. You know, I'm ready to go. So they come to the door, and he's like, he looks in the door, and then, you know, I'm just, you know, acting normal, like, hey, all this type of stuff, you know, walking outside. Told Sylvia bye, you feel me? And then, you know, we're walking, and he's like taking off in front of me, and let me give his little sister a nickname. I'm gonna call her Lil Corey. So she know why I call her that. But anyways, so he starts taking off in front of me and Lil Corey. And like, I don't know, I don't know. Like, he already was acting like he was mad. Like, nigga was putting that New York walk on type shit. So I'm like, okay, like, me and Lil Corey sitting here talking, like, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? Just like, I don't know. So we get back, and he's like, I'm done. I'm so done. I'm like, why? Like, come on now. Like, he's like, you want me to show you how done I am? So he walks in the house, and keep in mind, I'm sitting out on the porch, me, Lil Corey, and two other girls. So he walks in the house, and he's like, I'm gonna show you how done I am. And he takes off his shirt. Like, the thing about taking off the shirt is we kind of have not rules set in place for each other, but like expectations. Like, I had to carry myself a certain way. I couldn't dress a certain way. And you're not about to be walking off. If you have a bird chest, I wouldn't care. But you're not about to be walking around with your shirt off, like in front of all these females, knowing these females looking at you and stuff like that. So I don't know if that was how it was supposed to be, but I don't know. We just kind of had expectations for each other. So he came outside with his shirt off, had sprayed some cologne. He's walking around. There's hella bitches in his neighborhood that night. So I'm like, okay, I don't have time for the petty games. Like, honestly, I feel like this was my breaking point because I didn't care. Normally, I would get up, I would chase after him, I would do all that, but it would put me in the worst predicaments when I did that. So I'm like, I'm going to just give him his time. So I guess, I don't know, I'm speaking out of my opinion. I guess he realized that I didn't chase after him, so he came back. So I'm in the room talking to little Corey or whatever, and you know, we're just having a conversation and all that type of stuff. And that's the night that I really was thinking, like, I really might end this. Like, I was talking to little Corey, and this is out of complete honesty. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this story, okay? I don't care if you look at me as a bad person, I don't care if you look at him, but I'm telling y'all the truth. So I went in there and I was talking to little Corey, which is his little sister, and I was like, would you still talk to me if we weren't together? Like, will we still be close if I broke up with him? And she's like, yeah, like, I'm gonna talk to you. So I'm like, okay, I just had that in the back of my head. So Trayvon comes in the door and he's like, can I talk to you? And I'm talking to, you know, your sister. He's like, I need to talk to you for real. So in the past, normally when he's always like, let's talk, we always end up arguing. So, and we were some really loud people when we argue. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, we were loud. So, we went in the room, and I can't really remember what he said, but I just know, like, I don't know. It was like, why? I don't know. Like, who was I over there with? Like, all this type of stuff, and I was basically trying to rest my case. Like, I wasn't over there with them. Like, I called you to come when they got there, like, just for that purpose, because I knew he was going to trip. And I guess he didn't believe me. And that's the thing that really just made me feel so down in a relationship, because, like, because I lied about a pair of shorts and, you know, and all that type of stuff, like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you about being around boys. Like, if I'm setting expectations for you, I'm going to follow them. I'm not going to be, like, what do you call it, a hypocrite. I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not going to tell you to do something and then live my best life. Like, come on now. I'm not going to do that. So he was like, I don't know. He just really didn't believe what I was saying. And so he was telling me leave. He was telling me get out. So I'm like, okay. I texted Sylvia and I was like, can I come over there? Can I stay tonight? And I'm pretty sure that's where everybody thought that I made a mistake at, because all them boys was over there, you know, all that type of stuff. But I had to get away from the situation, because me staying there, y'all don't understand. We've had so many times where, like, I've stayed there. We've ended up outside. Like, police done came because we argued and stuff. Like, y'all haven't seen, like, the real rough Ayla and Trayvon. So, I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, you can come stay or whatever. And so I'm like, okay. So I think it was the fact that I was going over there and boys were over there that he didn't, like, he was telling me to get out, but then when he realized where I was going, he didn't want me to go. Because he told me to get out, and then, like, I'm leaving and stuff, and I'm gonna walk over there, and he's like walking with me, and I'm like, why are you coming with me? And he's like, I'm gonna walk. He was like, yeah, you can go over here, but I'm gonna see who you going over here, like, for, like, who you leaving me for. I'm like, these people coming down here to mourn the loss of somebody. Like, why would I do that? Like, you don't understand. Like, you don't trust me at all. Like, what? So he walked me over there, and I didn't want to take the drama into Sylvia's house, so I kind of went down to the, like, neighborhood park that's in the middle of her neighborhood. And he went over there. He asked Sylvia. He asked all of them. They're like, no, she wasn't over here messing with anybody. Duh, like what I told you, I wasn't messing with nobody. So keep in mind, the whole time we're walking, like, when he told me to get out and everything, I still didn't break up with him. Like, we were still together. I said I was giving him his time to calm down because he was amped. He was up here, and I didn't want like anything, like not like him hitting me or anything, but like I didn't have the energy to argue. Like, you feel me? I was just trying to enjoy my weekend. So, he was like, he came back down there after he spoke to them. He's like, okay, well, have fun. I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, I was like over it at that point. Like, leave me alone. Like, you really had to go to them. Like, what do you think other people think? Like, you're coming to them questioning them about your girl, but you can't take your girl word. Like, that just really made me mad. And I think that was my breaking point right there. Like, I already done went through that with my mom, like having to prove to my mama that I'm not lying. Like, that's a working battle every single day. Like, I don't have time. Like, I want to be able to say something and you literally believe it. So that's basically why we broke up. That's the real story right there. That's not like all the details, because some of it is really not y'all's business, but that's really it right there. Like, it was just, I don't know, it was stressful, and I feel like that we were putting so much time into each other that we couldn't focus on life itself. Like, my phone on airplane mode because people kept calling me. But anyways, what was I even saying? Like, oh, we were so consumed in each other that we didn't like have a life outside of each other. Like, we were on the phone constantly 24/7. Like, I wake up, we go to school, we come home. As soon as I get home from school from seeing him, like, we're on the phone. We're staying on the phone like all the remainder of the day. He'll probably go to the gym or something. We'll get off the phone. We'll get back on the phone. Nighttime, fall asleep on the phone, do the same routine. Like, we never had like time really apart. Every weekend I was with him. Every weekend he was with me. Like, we were always together, and I didn't have time for friends. I didn't have time for stuff like that. And I feel like towards the end of our relationship, I started making time for my friends. I started actually wanting to do something outside of being with him. You know, I love spending my time with him. I love cuddling with him. I love doing all that. But I still wanted my girl time. And if I can't have girl time with just girls, and you're still going to trip, and you're not going to be able to trust me, and even if there are boys that come around, like, I'm not just going to put myself in a situation, besides that night, because I really did have to get away, but I don't normally put myself in a situation where I know there's boys going to be there and I'm trying to go. Like, why are you trying to go? Like, if I see him going somewhere and I know his female's going to be there, then I'm going to be like, why are you trying to go? You feel me? But I did that night because I was fed up, I was over with it, and I just had to go somewhere. So, basically, we didn't make time for ourselves, and I felt like, you know, he was changing as a person. He was losing himself and all that type of stuff. So when I told him I was going to take a break, like, I was finally agreeing with a break in my head. Like, it wasn't going to be no official breakup. It wasn't going to be any of that. It was going to be a break, you know, until we can get our own stuff together, and until, you know, we can get our heads on straight and all that type of stuff. But it's like, we're not doing that anymore. Like, we're just not gonna get back together because I can't, like, I don't know, like, I didn't want to play this petty exes going back and forth type game. I wanted to be like, but I guess you can't. I should have thought that you know, I should have knew you couldn't do that with somebody that you was in love with for 2 years and 6 months. Like, but I'm not throwing shade or anything like that. Like, that really was my first love. I will always have love for him. Like, come on now, we dated for 2 years and 6 months. Like, you can't just not, like, just forget about that person. So I'm not, like, I didn't make this video to bash him. I didn't make this video for, like, any of that. I made this video because I want y'all to know, like, the truth. Not saying that anything he's saying is not the truth. I'm saying everything that everybody else is making rumors about is not the truth. And I wasn't going to speak on it. I wasn't going to bring it up. But, like, every single day I'm hearing something different of why I broke up with him. Like, you feel me? I done heard that I left him for my best friend. Like, everybody knows in the world I don't like girls. I done heard that I left him so I could be a hoe. Ella ain't never been no hoe, baby girl. Like, I don't get it. So that's basically all. That's basically the whole story from my side. Choose to believe it If you don't, you don't. But that's pretty much what it was, and what it ain't. Like, just didn't work out, you know. If, you know, if it really means something, if it's true love, you know, you always find your way back to that person. But, you know, we're growing as two different people right now, and I'm not hating on him, he not hating on me. We just living our best life. So kudos to him, pat myself on the back, and keep it moving. It's not no negative energy. Y'all just want it to be drama, and that's not what's gonna happen. So make sure you like this video up, comment, subscribe, press that notification bell so you can get a notification every single time I put out some new bangers. And I guarantee y'all, I'm about to be back. Like, I'm gonna be making videos like no other. I know I took a little break. I've been going through a lot, as y'all can see. Like, oh, but I might do a Q&A part 2 because a lot of stuff has changed. And I know y'all want to know about my life because y'all stay speaking about me. Period. So, I'm going to see y'all on the flip side.